Welcome to Anxiety Pool.
Beautiful. Do you like pina coladas and getting caught in the rain?
That's funny. I'm actually drinking a pina colada right now.
Or is that
That's
actually
literally literally a pina colada, Nicholas.
Okay, so what exactly are pina coladas? Can I ask that because I'm not sure.
The way that I make it is I get the stupid little pre-frozen mixers that say pina colada on them, and you dump them in the blender. Then you put half the cup of rum, and then you fill the rest up with ice. That's it. That's pina colada.
Really?
But as far as I understand, I think it's like coconut and pineapple, right?
Coconut, pineapple, and rum.
Yeah. Pina colada recipe. Pina colada, 6 ounces. Okay. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready to be a bartender.
Give me just a fucking ingredients list, you cunt. 6 ounces of white rum, 6 ounces cream of coconut, 6 ounces
Ooh.
pineapple juice, half a cup of frozen pineapple chunks, 4 cups of ice, 4 ounces golden or añejo rum, pineapple pineapple leaves or wedges for garnish. Pineapple leaves.
I've never heard. Well, I mean, if it's just a garnish, I mean, you're not eating garnishes.
I guess. What's the point? Just to look pretty?
Yeah, I guess if you're gonna make a fancy pina colada. Look at that, just down it.
I put a little bit too
It's
much
not-
vodka.
Yeah, it's
Or
not
rum.
bad though. It's not bad though, is it?
I just hate rum.
Oh, in general.
In general, rum's the least of my favorite alcohols, next to gin.
I like the flavored rums. I love gin. I'll drink gin straight. Gin straight is phenomenal. It tastes like nothing to me.
I'm a whiskey, vodka, moonshine kind of guy. You get
I do like
moonshine
me
high
some
enough,
moonshine.
dude. It tastes like water.
Yeah, yeah. Oh,
Dude,
that
it tastes
what
like
did
Your dad give me at the lake? The was that
Peanut
like
butter?
coffee moonshine? No,
Was
it
it-
was coffee.
Oh yeah.
It was like latte moonshine. It tasted so fucking good. Went straight down.
Yeah, they have that at
Well, not straight down because you watched me swish it around in my mouth. like a
yes,
monster.
which is like an absolute parasite of a human.
I like tasting it.
I guess I just don't. So I don't understand. That's where we differ.
I swish my shots, bro. I don't use mouthwash, so that's my form of mouthwash. I just kill everything in my mouth with a shot of whatever I'm taking.
Fair enough. You should use mouthwash though. It's good for you. It kills all that extra bacteria.
I know I should floss too. Or you?
I
my new
don't
dentist?
floss. I don't
You
floss.
don't floss.
I'm
Do you
terrible
have
at
the?
it.
No, we talked about this already.
Oh.
You don't have the inside
Uh-oh.
retainer. Hello?
You just lagged really hard. Are you caught up now?
I got green bars.
I also have green bars. Uh-oh.
Discord's fucky.
It's also raining and has been raining quite heavily today, so let's find out.
Oh yeah, that'll affect my underground fiber connection. No, I know. I have no
Somehow
fucking
it
idea how it
does.
works.
Somehow
Yeah,
it does.
I don't know.
I don't
I
know
don't know.
either.
It's always weird how it rains and it's just like the internet's dog shit. Like no matter what you pay for and what you get.
It makes me wonder if it's not because of the rain, but it's actually because people aren't outside doing things, and because it's raining, they're just on the internet more.
Yeah, that could be it. That could be it. I was thinking along the lines of like I don't know why, but I assumed you were talking about the employees. Like anyone that would go out and work on some physical piece of equipment.
No.
Because I know like post office people, if it
Mhm.
rains, you're not getting your fucking mail picked up.
Really?
They'll drop it off, but they won't pick it up.
It's kind of bullshit.
That is bullshit. But did you do anything fun this week? Anything cray cray happen?
No. I'm just looking at our YouTube comments. Somebody has posted on our most recent episode. Oh, hey, episode 40, by the way. Welcome.
Yeah, episode 40. It's
Isn't
a
that
big
fun?
number.
Yeah, we got 10 more until we hit
Isn't that fun?
12 more until we've done an entire year of podcasting.
I know, and
Think
we can
about
take like
that.
a month off. It's gonna be great.
We are probably going to take a little bit of time off. Just this will be season 1. We'll let this sit. here
I
on
like
season
that.
one.
I like that.
Well, I've been putting them in Spotify as season 1. So I figured once we finally take our break, we'll come back for season 2. Yeah, some dude on our fucking is trying to sell shrooms, DMT, ayahuasca, LSD, salva, indica, keta, oxy, MDMA. I see this shit all the time, dude, because I do a lot of YouTube shorts.
Yeah.
Let's see. Sorry, buddy.
Just
Whoever you
look
are,
up
I
the
appreciate you,
handle.
bro, but yeah, your comment's been deleted. So we're not gonna have you advertising your drugs on our, like, hey man, more power to you, like, cool beans, post it on wherever, but not on our channel, bro. We're not trying to get, like, we don't endorse the use of drugs, but we're not against it, but we're definitely
Did you
don't
look
endorse
into
it.
him?
No, I didn't fucking look into them. The last thing I'm gonna do is buy drugs off of an Instagram account. Are you kidding me? That's like how you get fentanyl in a cart, and it just like you take one puff
Yeah,
and
yeah,
you're a
yeah, yeah.
goner. Yeah,
I just
no.
thought it'd be fun to at least look at what he has.
Sure, check it out. Look at it. Look at what he has. While
I'm trying. I'm trying.
See if you can find him. I figure for this, let's start with well, I guess I'll wait until you found out what's going on there. But Nicholas went to Six Flags today, so I figured that we would talk about the world's most horrifying amusement park accidents over the years.
Yeah. I didn't experience any accidents while I was there, but somebody did throw up while we were waiting in line, and it made our wait for Batman like 45 minutes longer.
Did it smell?
No, it didn't smell. So like they threw up in the back. So and we
Okay.
were targeted to sit up front. Like we were two trains away from
Yeah.
getting on the ride. And some dude threw up in the back, and they cleaned it up, wiped it down, and then they sent it through like 80 fucking times because they thought it was broken for some fucking reason.
Huh.
And then they started letting people through, but it was like I don't know if you did. When was the? Did you ride Batman? When was the last time you've been to Six Flags to ride Batman?
Probably 10 plus years.
Was that the middle school trip?
Probably. I think it was the last time I actually went to Six Flags with the band.
When we waited in line for Superman for like 5 hours.
Was it really? I don't remember
Dude,
like that trip
dude.
at all.
Dude, okay, so we like started the trip off. You guys rode Agoraphobia while someone and I waited. That one that drops you straight down. You guys rode that. I didn't fucking ride that. And then we hauled ass to Superman, and then like literally we rode Superman, and then we had to go home. That's
was
how
the
long we
whole-
waited. Yeah,
Wow.
that's how long we waited for Superman. Oh, we rode the Cyclone too, the wooden one, like right at the front door. We rode that.
Yeah, that's why whenever like we used to always go to theme parks when I was a kid. Like that was the one trip we usually did like at least 2 trips a year, like
Yeah.
minimum if we actually did something. And one was always the beach, and the other one was always a theme park. And so we always liked to go to Universal Studios. And over the
Yeah.
years of doing that, we've just learned that if you don't buy the fast pass, you're just dumb. It's
Yeah.
so
I mean,
fucking worth it to get the fast pass, just to be able to skip all that bullshit, like on days especially like that where the park is absolutely filled with people. I will never go to a theme park again without a fast pass. So that's why, like, when we were talking about whether or not I was gonna go, I was like, man, I want to buy the fucking fast pass and I'll
dude,
buy
and
all this shit.
did you see how much the fast pass fucking cost?
No, probably a lot. Probably like
Yeah,
an
it
extra
was-
$20 a month or some shit like that with the subscription.
Well, I mean, yeah, with the subscription thing, but so all of our tickets were $48 a piece, and they had a buy 2 get 1 free deal. So we got one of them for free, and then the 3 of us paid $48. And then a fast pass per person was an extra $160.
For just the day?
Yep, per
Nah,
person.
There's no way. There's no way.
He better not have lied to me.
That's like an insane amount of money. Let's
Tickets and
see.
passes.
The Flash Pass.
Oh yeah, it's the Flash Pass because Six Flags is owned by Warner Brothers.
Six Flags over Georgia. Let's see. The annual pass.
Pass add-ons? Is that what it is? Yeah, the The Flash Pass.
Add extras.
Oh yeah, so for the season, it's $200 each.
Yeah, okay. See, that's much more reasonable. You pay for like basically the entire year.
I don't think it's a one-time buy though. I think it's like you have to get the year or the season.
Isn't the season like legitimately a quarter of a fucking year?
I'm not sure. What are the details? It immediately took me to some bootleg fucking Google shopping store.
Enjoy 50% reduced weight with the Flash Pass.
I'm reading that same thing.
Operating limited quantity. You must add to your season pass or membership.
So I mean, they word it as the 2022 season. So they probably just treat years as seasons.
So it's yearly, yeah. So I mean, you did what? Fucking 200 plus. Is that the annual
That's
300
per person.
Yeah, $332 a year gives you free
You can
fast
ride
pass.
Goliath 8 times in a row.
Right. Probably more than that, honestly. If it was
Every
anything
day.
like there was one year we went to Universal and the park was fucking dead, but we had the fast passes, so we literally just went to the front of every single line every single day, every
You
single
just
coaster.
ran around. You
Right.
just ran the park.
We at one point we were in the Harry Potter section, and my sister and I we rode Dueling Dragons, which used to be the red and blue coasters or
Yeah.
whatever.
Mhm.
And we rode those probably 17 times within the span of like an hour. Like we just
Yeah.
did it. It got to the point where the last like 5 or 6 of them, we just asked the lady. She had seen us so many times. We just asked the lady if we could just stay in the seat because there was like nobody else there. Like, can we just hang out in the seat? And they were like, yeah, sure.
Not the last time we went, but the first time we went, the Dueling Dragons was there, the red and blue one.
Yeah.
And Mitchell was still being a little pussy bitch about roller coasters. So the blue one was down, but my stepdad and I rode the red one like 3 times in a row because it was dead when we went too. And it also thunderstormed like right before it opened. So I'm assuming people thought it was going to thunderstorm like all day, but it stopped like as soon as they opened the park. But back to the Batman ride at Six Flags that I mentioned like 10 minutes ago.
Yes.
So like the way the Batman ride is set up is like the whole line for the wait is like this underground Batman themed, like Gotham themed, like you're fucking walking through sewer drains and shit like that.
Yeah.
And you're in Gotham alleyways that are like tight and made out of like fucking sheet metal or something.
Yeah.
And pretty much the entire line was not fucking ventilated. So
Yeah.
with it being 100 degrees outside and everybody's like fucking ass to dick in this fucking line, it was the worst 45-minute experience I have ever had. Like I thought I was gonna pass out.
Yeah.
I really did.
That's one of the main reasons I didn't go. Like no
yeah,
shit.
no, it was bad. I'm
'Cause
actually
you know how
really
much
happy.
I sweat.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
would
no,
I
like
been
it was
sopping
bad.
wet. Like
It was fucking bad today.
Yeah.
That's the uncomforting thing that I wanted to bring up. But like the overall experience, I had fun. I loved riding the roller coasters. I loved
yeah.
hanging
I'm
out
sure when
with
you're
them.
on the coaster, it's great.
Yeah, so I rode. We all, so no one pussied out. We all rode the rides. We rode the Georgia Cyclone, which was at the front, or the whatever it's called. It's called something Cyclone.
American.
And
maybe?
then yep, after that we rode like the Daredevil or something like that. It's a small roller coaster, but it takes you like straight up, like you're vertical when you go up and the chain brings you up, which was a horrifying experience.
Daredevil dive.
Yeah, the Daredevil dive. And then after that we rode the Riddler, and we all liked the Riddler a lot because it was simple. It was just like straight ups and downs and a couple loops.
Yeah, the Riddler was there when we were there back in
Was it?
middle school. Yeah, it wasn't it like over
Mm.
kind of like a lake-ish kind of area.
Kinda.
Like
It was
like
next
a swampy
to a lake.
bit. Yeah.
Yeah, it was next to that. And
Yeah.
then after the Riddler, we rode Batman, and that's when we sat in that line and like wanted to fucking kill ourselves. And then
Yeah.
after that, we ate, and oh my god. So I found $98 in my Cash App, thank God. And I've deposited that into my account. And I purchased a burrito because I was hungry today.
Yeah.
And it was like Moe's style, like, what do you want on it? type place, but it was in Six Flags. Okay, first off, every ingredient they used was fucking dog shit.
Can I guess
Like,
how much you paid for it before you get to the end?
Can I tell you what I got?
Of course, yeah.
Okay. So I got a chicken burrito with
Okay.
rice, lettuce, regular shredded cheese, and then queso. I just wanted something simple because I knew we were gonna ride Goliath like right afterwards.
Yeah.
So I got that, and then I got a cup of water. Can you first guess how much the cup of water cost?
$3.95.
No.
Like higher or lower?
Higher.
Wow, $5.95.
Is $5.99 for a cup of water.
That's
and then
crazy.
I saw her ring it up as a soda, and it said $5.99, and I was like, the water's gonna be $5.99, and she looked at her manager, and her manager was like, the water bottle's $4. So you can either get a larger cup of water for $5.99 or get a Dasani for $4. And I was like, fuck, just
so
give
they're
me the
charging
water
you for the
cup.
cup, basically. Yeah, is what
Yeah,
they're doing.
yeah. And it was a paper cup that said Six Flags on it.
Wow, you didn't even get a fancy plastic cup for fucking $6?
Nope,
Wow,
nope.
that's
Fancy
crazy.
the fancy plastic cups that you could use all day were $25. And then if you wanted the fancy plastic cup that you could use all year that was a different color, it was $35.
See, that's what I would have done. I would have just bought the fancy cup, $35 cup, and just use it if I had the membership.
Yeah. And then I had my chicken burrito. How much was the chicken burrito?
I'm gonna guess the chicken burrito is $24.75.
My God, I would have killed myself even more on the inside if it were that expensive, but it was 22 something.
Wow, for the whole thing.
So for the burrito and the drink, I paid close to like $28.
That's insane. Theme parks,
Yeah.
man. Theme parks.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
Which is
And
crazy because it's like not even like better in any way.
it's not higher quality.
Right.
It's nothing like. On top of that, dude, the guy making my burrito, like I watched him fold it and it exploded straight down the center, and then he just wrapped it in tinfoil.
Wow. Like I said, fuck
Like
it.
the worst effort.
Literally the only place that and I'm gonna have to look this up really quick. But you ever been to Dollywood?
No, but I have a friend, an old friend that moved up there.
Yeah.
And she's like a makeup artist, I think.
Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. Let's see if I can find a map of this place.
I'm so slouched today.
The
I'm exhausted.
only restaurant I've ever had, let's see, in the theme park dining. Here we go. Is
Mhm.
it still here? It might be. Is that it?
What is it?
I don't remember the name of it. I feel
What'd you
like I
get?
remember I feel like I remember my parents telling me that it's shut down, but let me find out. Oh, excuse me, how unprofessional. That's my boss. Hold on.
Oh wow.
Fucking Jamie. It was called I think it was called Aunt Granny's, right? And it was a buffet. And every time we went to Dollywood, we went to Aunt Granny's. And that shit was bussin'. Unironically using the word bussin' because that shit was.
Okay.
It was
Okay.
probably $25 a person. If I could imagine what the price.
That's not bad though for a
For a
buffet.
buffet,
Like a
yeah.
high quality buffet. That's not bad.
And it
'Cause, like,
was a high quality buffet. Like
yeah,
they
and
had
like
dudes
Iron
walking out
Age.
there with like
Yeah.
individual plates of like key lime pie and banana cream pie, and they're like placing it out and like like putting it
Yeah.
real nicely. And I'm like, damn, and we're just like in there sweaty as fuck, like
Yeah.
stinking
yeah.
up the place, just like scooping mac and cheese
Yeah.
on my plate. Yeah,
Yep.
that was the only good theme park restaurant I've ever been to. That and just getting a turkey leg at Universal. I love me a turkey leg.
Well, we did
The
well, I
big
mean
old
like
one.
it
Like the
good restaurants, because I mean like every time I've been to a theme park, like I've gone with one of my parents, so they've paid for like everything,
right.
and
so-
I haven't really paid attention. But my favorite restaurant we ever went to was, I can't remember the name of it, but it's some restaurant at SeaWorld in Orlando, and you eat seafood in front of a giant fish tank.
Huh, that seems a little.
Like you know that big ass fish tank at the Georgia Aquarium, that big fucking one that's got like the whale sharks in it.
Yeah.
It's got that like auditorium type room where you can sit on like the different leveled benches and just look at this giant fucking.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know
it's
what I'm
like the
talking
big
about?
one, and there's like multiple
Yeah.
windows to look into it.
Yeah, the huge one.
Yeah.
It was like that, and our dining table was literally right next to it, and I had salmon, and it was phenomenal.
Man,
But
my memories, you could tell my memory's bad when I literally just went to the Georgia Aquarium recently, and I can't remember who I went with.
you went with Taylor, didn't you?
Was it?
Yeah, you and Taylor did edibles.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah,
I literally
yeah.
Wait, I
You-
think
you
somebody
guys
else came.
No, you tried to invite me. I could not
Yeah,
come.
that's
It was
right.
just y'all.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
guess
you-
it must have been big.
I fucking hate. Oh my god, at the old job, I hated it when you guys would do stuff like that. It's just like, oh, we're gonna hang out on like Thursday. Why don't you just take Thursday off? And it'd be like Wednesday afternoon that you're telling me this.
Yeah, a lot of my
be
plans
like-
just like come on the fly.
No, I know, and that's totally okay. Like I get it. I get it now with me having like 3 days off. I just like do shit on the whim. Like it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I'd still try and like prepare, like how I called you last week about what you wanted to do about your birthday.
Yeah, we need to figure that out because my mom wants to figure out what we're trying to do. I think I'm doing dinner with her Saturday night, or I'm doing lunch with her on Saturday. But like Thursday, Friday, we can do pretty much whatever.
Yeah, I mean, if you just want to like on Thursday go throw some axes or something, go drink and throw some axes. We can like just take an Uber or something, so we can actually get kind of
Okay.
thrashed.
Okay.
I don't
Kind of
know.
thrash
Yeah.
while we throw axes.
Yeah, dude, you want to be thrashed, absolutely.
Yes, of course. I need to what do I take on my inner Viking.
Right, exactly.
Just drunk at all times in pillage and rape mode.
Yes, hopefully they have mead.
Ooh,
That's what we need.
that sounds
yeah,
fun.
we need the mead.
Like honey mead?
I don't know, whatever they drank back in those days. I think they just call it
gotcha.
mead, and there's like different types of mead. Yeah.
I got you. Oh, but to finish off the Six Flags experience, so we stopped talking about it. I'm so sorry.
Well, then we're gonna move on to this theme park course.
That's fine. I rode Goliath for the first time and I loved it. Goliath was awesome.
That's great.
Yeah.
Were you scared
Well,
of it before, or like what?
The height scared me. It really did. But after like I started doing this thing where like every time we got in line, I would immediately start analyzing the ride in front of us. I'd be like, okay, so it cranks you up for 30 seconds. I can close my eyes and count to 30 for that long. And then you go down this slope, then you go up this loop, and then you do that. And I took the whole time in line to analyze every ride. The only one I could not do that in was Batman because we were inside the whole fucking time. So Batman took me for a fucking
That's
spin.
so lame, Nicholas. Why do you care? Is that like what in your brain, like how in your mind does you analyzing the ride make you feel better? That's like what I want to know.
The fear of the unknown.
What do you mean?
I'm negating my fear of the unknown.
by
I don't.
you having literal zero engineering knowledge and understanding on how whether or not this roller coaster is safe or not, but you're going to analyze it and say, well, you go up for 30 seconds and then you go down for 5, then you loop-de-loop, then you twist and you turn, then you come
just wanna know-
back. And
I
it's
just
like,
wanna know
oh,
what
that
to
makes me feel
expect.
better.
I just want to know what to expect. That's
I
all.
just don't get it.
Like
I just
every
don't
every
get it.
time I'd see the first drop of people going down Goliath when we'd walk through the park, I would look at it, and every time it wouldn't seem as fast as I thought it was going down. And then when I got on it, it didn't feel that fucking fast.
I mean, regardless, a roller coaster is like a fucking psychedelic trip. As soon as you sit down and strap in, you're not going anywhere. So
No, I know, and that's like the one thing I'm trying to get over is all my angst comes from waiting in line. Once I strap myself down and I'm in the fucking like cart or the train or whatever it's called, like I know I'm in. I know I'm dedicated to this.
right.
So like I don't care once I'm in it. It's just when I'm in line, which bothers me.
That's so interesting. Would you ride the Mummy at Universal Studios?
So Mitchell told me the Mummy used to be like just one of those picture movie baby rides, but now
Oh, no,
it
it's
is
hardcore.
not that. Yeah, it is not that.
The Mummy
And
is a
that's
legit roller coaster in pitch black.
Yeah, so that's the funny thing about it though. They went to Orlando without me one time because I couldn't get off work, and the time we went before that, the Mummy was the little baby cutesy wootsy whatever fucking movie ride where it was like just about the movie.
Yeah.
They changed that in between times they went, and my brother convinced my mom to get on the Mummy. My mom was freaking the fuck out and was like glued to the handlebars by
Yeah.
the time the ride was over. And they got to that point at the top, or not the top, wherever it stops halfway through. You have to be knowing what I'm talking about. And Mitchell goes, "Don't worry, Mom. I think it's over." And then they immediately get shot backwards.
Yeah. Yeah, so you enter a room, you pull up into a room, and then all of a sudden, like a bunch of a skeleton mummy dude or whatever comes up from the top, and he goes like, "You fucked up, you gotta get out of here, bro." And then like a bunch of fucking beetles start crawling on the walls, and then the walls light on fire, and then like you could feel the heat of the fire,
Yeah.
and then you go as you go backwards. Yeah, it's sick. It's one of my favorite parts.
Mitchell said when they left like the exit area of the Mummy, he's never seen my mom run that fast to the smoking section before.
That's funny.
She immediately needed a cigarette.
I just don't get it. Like the whole like fear of something that you like logically know nothing really could happen. Like the fact that more people are killed by falling vending machines every year than off of a roller coaster. Like I think it literally says there's in my research today 4 annual deaths on average from roller coasters. I think sharks are even lower. Like I think vending machines are like up to 100 plus of people rocking the vending machines to try and get their food out, and it just falls on them and kills them.
They're so stupid.
Like
Those
more people
like,
die from that than roller coasters, yet you have a fear of roller coasters and not vending machines. Like that to
That's
me
the
is
thing,
the
though. Like,
illogical.
that's where it confuses me. Like the fear isn't with the roller coaster. I can't identify the fear. It can't be with the roller coaster if as soon as I get on the roller coaster, I'm fine.
So that's what you need to work on then, identifying the fear, not trying to figure out like how to beat it or by analyzing it and figuring that out and making yourself feel better, but instead figure out where the core of that fear comes from and tackle that instead. Then you don't have to dance around and do all that pansy bullshit when you get on a roller coaster.
Could it be how I might be impatient about waiting in line and I'm trying to distract myself?
I'm not a therapist, so you're getting real deep there.
Yeah, I'll talk to him about it on Thursday next week.
I don't know, but that's what I'm trying to do as of late is like instead of trying to rather than cope with the issue, like actually figure out what's causing it and conquer that instead rather than, because it is difficult, sure, but it is, I suppose, easier to cope with a problem rather than solve it. Humans as a whole, we get quite comfortable and complacent where we are. So, even though something continuously bugs us, it probably doesn't bug us enough that we want to fucking take care of it and fix it and solve it. So we just kind of let it ride. Little do we know that little bit of, bullshit adds with the rest of the bullshit. And then it just becomes so much that we can't handle it anymore.
That was a good one. How high are you?
I mean, am I wrong?
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Something I'm learning is that all those little things that we put aside, we figure like it's not that big of a deal. So I'm not going to solve it. I'm not going to fix it. I can deal with it. Then, something else comes along and something else comes along, something else comes along, and it just builds up. And then everybody gets to that point where they just break. Everybody's got a breaking point. You're not a Navy SEAL.
Let's go ahead and hop into the worst amusement park accidents.
Yeah, let's talk about people dying.
After that, I'll tell you about how I was a shitty friend on Wednesday night.
Oh no. Okay. All right, here we go. Wait, this is quite long. Do you want to tackle that now, or so you don't forget it, or?
I mean, I'm not gonna forget it. It was traumatizing for them, and they won't let me forget it.
Oh goodness. Okay. All right. This is an article on farandwide.com, World's Most Horrifying Amusement Park Accidents by Sarah Kuta.
Okay.
King Kuta.
King Kunta.
I got a bone to pick. I don't want you
Okay,
monkey
all right,
mouth
all right, all
motherfucker
right.
sitting
Number
in my
one,
throat
number
again.
one. Or number 30, whatever order it's in.
Number one. Let's see. Orlando Freefall in Orlando, Florida. Oh, I think this is weird. I don't know how they have this listed. I guess this is the latest one. The latest tragic amusement park accident happened at Icon Park on March 24th of 2022 when a 14-year-old boy fell to his death while riding the Orlando Freefall. The boy fell out of his seat due to a locking malfunction that is still being investigated. The Orlando Freefall ride was dubbed as the world's tallest freestanding drop tower at 430 feet tall. As of now, the Orlando Freefall and Orlando Slingshot, an adjacent ride, will be closed indefinitely. Other amusement parks that have similar rides built by the same manufacturer, like Dollywood's Drop Line and Pigeon Forge, hey, callback, have closed their rides temporarily until the proper investigations have been completed.
They did that at Six Flags. They agoraphobia, is that what it's called? I think that one was closed when we were there. But that's okay because I fucking hate those.
I love those rides, dude. I remember seeing a video of a really fat black kid
just sliding out
on 4chan. Yeah, I think he just like slid out and you could see him like just hit the pavement. Yeah, I wonder if that'll be on this list. Terminal Velocity in Lake Delton, Wisconsin. In the summer of 2010, a 12-year-old girl decided to take a leap of faith and hopped on a ride called Terminal Velocity at Extreme World, an amusement park in Wisconsin Dells. The family had traveled all the way there from their home in Florida just for her to try it. Wow, that's... They went all the way there to try this ride. Oh, man.
Dude, that's like a 16-hour car ride.
Dude, the ride works by dropping participants over 100 feet into a net without the use of any safety harness. What? What is this? Horrifyingly, the operator mistakenly released her.
What's it called?
It's called Terminal Velocity.
Okay, keep reading.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so it is literally just like a net. So you remember that guy that jumped out of a balloon or something or parachute or skydived or something into a net without a parachute or something?
I think.
Remember that a long time ago? And he had that big white net that like caught him and then like, it's like this super stretchy material. So it's the same thing from what I'm understanding. And you literally just jump off of a platform into a net. So, horrifyingly, the operator mistakenly released her with no net in place. She fell directly onto the concrete, breaking her back and pelvis and suffering brain damage along with numerous other severe injuries. Wow. Miraculously, she survived. The girl, named Tegan, stayed in a nearby hospital for 2 months before she was well enough to head home. Her parents filed a lawsuit, and the operator of the ride was charged with negligence. The family agreed to a settlement with the park. Wow.
Oh my God.
Could you imagine like you jump and like you look down and there's just no net. You're like halfway down, there's just no net. You just see concrete beneath you. Like, oh my God.
I don't know what the proper, like you can't Assassin's Creed roll that shit. Like
right,
what are you
no,
supposed to do?
I think you're supposed to literally just like fan out like a squirrel so you get as much wind resistance as you can and
then just
out
face first.
Well, yeah, pretty much.
You're gonna kiss the concrete.
Yeah, you're supposed to spread out your wait, that might be different. I think that's if you're in an elevator, actually. You're supposed to lay down on the floor as wide as you can. You spread out the impact resistance.
Oh my God.
I don't know. I imagine you shouldn't like cannonball, right? Because you just like...
No. Oh my God, you'd shatter your
mush.
spine. Yeah. Your butt bone would be disintegrated.
I don't know what the protocol is for like how you're supposed to land from a huge free fall.
See if right, I just watched the video on how terminal velocity works, and I would not do that.
Is it literally just you're jumping into a net?
It's not even like jumping. Like
You're
they remove the platform from underneath your feet, like at a public hanging.
Okay, cool. I gotcha. All right, here you go. Yeah. Ride of Steel in Darien, New York. On July 8th, 2011, 29-year-old James Hackmer fell from the Ride of Steel at a Six Flags park in New York. The U.S. Army veteran was a double amputee, losing both legs to an injury during the Iraq War. He was seated in the front row of the ride, and because he didn't have his legs to secure under the lap belt, he was violently launched out of the car, dude. I can't believe I'm laughing at that. That's so bad.
It is so bad.
Who let him on the coaster, dude? Who let him on the coaster without
He wouldn't reach the height limit.
After a thorough investigation, officials ruled that the cause of Hackemer's death was operator error. While the ride was operating normally, Hackemer should not have been allowed on it in the first place. Yeah, no shit, dude.
That's awful.
Oh, okay.
I'm so sorry.
The ride was shut down for 2 weeks before it resumed normal operation. Cool. Like, why?
I don't know.
Like, I guess nobody wants to ride it for 2 weeks.
For every ride you're bringing up, I'm trying to find a short video of it so I can understand.
Okay.
I want to see like where he was launched, but I'm paying attention.
The Matterhorn in Anaheim, California. Some accidents happen on rides many of us are familiar with. Disneyland's Matterhorn ride seems fairly innocuous, but it's terrifying to realize how easily rides can end badly if safety precautions aren't followed. On January 3rd, 1984, a 48-year-old woman was tossed from one of the bobsled cars. She was hit by the following bobsled, resulting in an instant decapitation.
Wow.
After the horrifying accident, investigators established that the woman's seatbelt hadn't been buckled. To this day, no one knows whether she unfastened it on purpose or if the buckle malfunctioned mid-ride. What are you laughing at?
So, I watched a little. I'm pretty sure. Is it Six Flags? Yeah. Six Flags of each city or state or whatever has their own little YouTube channel where they do like GoPro POVs of the rides.
Interesting.
And this one where you said the Ride of Steel where the amputee got launched, I see exactly where he got launched. It takes you so it cranks you up a big old hill as usual per start of a roller coaster, and then it takes you straight down, and then you ride up another hill going Mach 1 from the speed of the first hill, and then it yanks you straight back down into another drop. So he got yeeted at the top of that.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
I bet. Sailing ship in Colombia. Oh, sailing ship Columbia in Anaheim, California. Man, Anaheim, California has showed up twice now. On December 24th,
Disneyland.
Yeah. On December 24th, 1998, a large metal cleat ripped free from the side of a ride. Excuse me. As it fell, it hit two park guests and one Disney cast member. One of the visitors, a 33-year-old man, suffered a severe head injury and later died in the ICU. Wow.
Oh, God.
It's
literally just a pirate ship, so I don't understand what happened.
Well, wait, what about the theory that like literally nobody's died in a Disney park because they take them out of the park before announcing them dead?
Oh, nice.
You know that theory?
I've never heard of that.
Yeah,
but that's
it's like
fun.
they want to have the legacy or whatever that nobody has ever died in a Disneyland theme park, and so anytime there ever has been an issue, they will take them off of the
property
and then
just,
first.
Yeah, and then announce them dead.
Announce them dead. Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
I like that.
Further investigation revealed that the tie line that was supposed to hold the cleat in place was replaced with a rope made of the wrong material to save money. The ship had also approached the dock too quickly, and the cleat wasn't designed to slow it down, leading it to tear free. Damn. Damn.
I know what a cleat is. Do you want me to tell you what a cleat is?
Is it one of those things that stop the boat from hitting the dock and doing damage?
No, those are the bumpers. The cleats are those metal, metal things on the dock that look like this. They're just like T's, and you wrap the rope around it.
Oh, okay.
One of those fell.
Off the boat, I suppose.
Yeah, I guess.
Oh, yeah, I guess the boat has some on the side.
Yes.
Very cool.
Or I'm assuming up on the masts somewhere where they can tie the sail ropes.
Yeah. Extreme in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. The extreme height of roller coasters is part of the exhilaration, but it's also what makes them so dangerous. On July 11th, 2010, Lindsay Zeno went to visit the Blue Bayou Water Park / Dixielandin amusement park, where she hopped on a ride called the Extreme Coaster that had been in operation for about 3 years. Minutes later, she fell 30 feet from the coaster and what is this written so stupidly? She fucking fell 30 feet from the coaster and died from her injuries.
Sick.
The investigation, let's see, a witness claimed to see Zeno trying to pull the safety restraint back down over herself when the coaster made a sharp turn, launching her into the air. The investigation that followed was unable to determine if the incident was due to a malfunction of the safety mechanism or if it had never been properly locked to begin with. After the incident, the ride was permanently closed. Damn.
See, I mean, I guess that's something I worry about because, like, when I'm in a roller coaster, I want to be strapped the fuck down.
Right.
Like, when they come by and they check the thing and they'll, like, push it down as far as they can, like, crushing your pelvis.
Yeah.
I always suck in my tummy and, like, scoot down a little bit and put it one more tick down, and then I scoot back up and shove my pelvis in there.
Yeah, I guess, but you never know. You could be making it worse because now you're putting a pretty decent pressure on the locking mechanism, whereas before it was just pretty happily locked there. Now you're adding extra force, so you might be making it worse on yourself there, Nicholas.
Oh, I'll keep that in mind next time.
Realistically, I do the same thing though. Like back when I used to get on coasters, they would push it down, and I would just go and push it down one more.
Yep.
Yeah, just to make sure.
It's my version of checking. That's all.
and it's more fun when you're not like you feel like you're flying out of the seat, I suppose.
Exactly.
You know?
I'm trying to think. There was a roller coaster in SeaWorld called the Mako, and it was like Goliath, but there were a lot more ups and downs.
Uh-huh.
And it got to the point where it was so fast, like, and how heavy my stepdad is. Like, we would get to the top of these hills or whatever, and I would see him fly up out of his seat just a tad bit and then come back down, and I'm like,
he's dead. The next one, he's dead.
Yeah, I was like, I am not okay with this, because I was feeling that same motion myself as I would rock back and forth between the harness, and I was like, dude, this is gonna kill us.
Yeah, no, you're fine.
No, I know. We rode it 2 more times, so.
Next, the Askari amusement park in Karachi, Pakistan. Let's see. A ride that swung passengers back and forth from a large pendulum broke down in the middle of operation. This was on July 15th of 2018. The collapse injured 25 people, and a 12-year-old girl was killed during the accident. Damn.
Oh my God.
The park was shocked. It had only opened 1 month prior to the accident, and it took 6 months until park officials felt comfortable reopening the doors.
That's
crazy.
outrageous.
Top scan in East Farmingdale, New York. On August 31st, 2005, a 45-year-old mentally disabled woman went to visit the Adventureland amusement park in New York. She got on the Top Scan ride, which took passengers on a spinning ride in 6 free rotating gondolas. During the ride, passengers are spun in every direction, including upside down. Sadly, the woman's safety harness broke mid-operation, and she was flung from the ride. The woman landed on a parked car in a nearby lot and was killed instantly. After that, the ride never operated again.
Why did they have to announce that she was mentally not okay?
I don't know.
like are we talking like special needs?
It says a 45-year-old mentally disabled woman.
Mentally disabled. That has to be special needs.
Maybe. Yeah, I don't understand why they needed to say that, but here's a good one. Raging River in Altoona, Iowa. Water rides may seem less risky, blah, 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 blah. On July 3rd, 2021, one of the rafts on the ride overturned with 6 passengers on board. 4 were severely injured, and an 11-year-old boy later succumbed to his injuries. Like, it's one of those like tubing ones where you sit in
the big old tube ones, and they strap you down like it's a fucking roller coaster.
Right. And so it flipped, and you're basically underwater.
You're just drowning.
You're drowning, yeah. That would be terrifying, yeah.
They flip it back over, and you're just.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Again.
Yeah.
Oh man. The ride had been inspected the day before and passed with flying colors as it had for the prior 10 years.
Oh,
They
it was
could-
just like literally the most unfortunate event.
Yep, they couldn't cause the they couldn't figure out the cause.
God, that sucks so much.
Chimera.
balls.
Yeah, that does suck.
Ooh,
In
that's a
Mexico
cool
City,
name.
Mexico. Yeah. Where it's like, I think it's Chimera. It's Quimera. I feel like that would be
QUI.
pronounced Chimera. Quimera.
Quimera.
It's probably
What really
Quimera.
happened on the Chimera at La Feria? Blah 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 blah.
Oh yeah, did it literally pull up the incident?
Yeah, it's an 8-minute 40-second video.
On September 28th, 2019, visitors to the La Fiera de Chalaputucalacatecala amusement park in Mexico City looked on in horror as one of the park's rides went horribly, horribly wrong. The last train on the track broke loose from the track and crashed to the ground 30 feet below. 10 passengers were in the train at the time. 2 men hit their heads on a steel support and fell, both dying from head injuries. 2 women were hospitalized and 6 others were treated at the scene. After the ride's malfunction, the park closed permanently. Disturbingly, investigators later found out that not a single ride at the park had undergone routine maintenance at the time of the accident. It's
It's
almost
fucking Mexico.
it's fucking
I would
crazy,
never.
dude.
I would never ride a roller coaster in Mexico. Are you fucking joking?
That's crazy. Kayak experience in Vernon Township, New Jersey. Action Park. I remember this. I remember Action Park. Wasn't there like a fuckload of deaths at Action Park?
I thought so.
Action Park, an amusement park in New Jersey that opened in 1978, was fraught with horrifying mishaps from drownings to head injuries. On August 1st, 1982, a 27-year-old man got on the supposedly tame kayak experience ride, which simulated the experience of going river rafting. His kayak tipped at some point, so he got out to flip it over. As he did so, he stepped on a metal grate that was too close to a stretch of live wiring that powered the underwater fans that powered the waves. He was severely electrocuted, going into cardiac arrest and dying shortly after. Yo, why you got a fucking electric wire grate, like, just chilling on the inside of your kayak ride? Like, what is that?
I have no idea.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, that sounds horrific.
The park had the nerve to claim that he couldn't have died from the electrocution because he didn't suffer any burns, but the coroner asserted that underwater electrocutions rarely cause burns. The ride was investigated, and the reports that followed varied in their description of how much the wire was exposed. While New Jersey's Labor Department cleared the park of mismanaging the ride, the park opted not to reopen the ride. Understandable.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that either.
I just like I'm imagining being like an amusement park architect of some sorts, like the ones that design roller coasters, and just like, oh, I just got out of college, got my first job working on this roller coaster, and then just like someone dies.
Yep. Like the next day, someone dies.
Does that go on your resume?
I would assume so.
This
Yeah.
is my portfolio. This is agoraphobia, and it's just a video of that black guy just sliding out.
As you can see, I'm doing the Lord's work.
Oh God, no! Oh,
Big Thunder
So-
Mountain Railroad in Anaheim, California. We'll just
okay.
we'll just move on.
Yep, just move on. Move
You
on.
don't hear
Cut that
too
one.
many accidents at Disneyland, the happiest place on earth, but they do happen. In September 2003, 1 man died and 10 people were injured while riding the park's widely popular Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. Things took a dark turn on the ride, which opened in 1970 when the open passenger train cars separated from each other and the coaster came off of its tracks. Oh, it just ends there. Riders were trapped in their cars in the cavern as emergency personnel worked to free them. Investigators later determined that Disney staff did not follow proper maintenance procedures, which led to the accident. Wait, so nobody died? They just got trapped in the cavern? Oh, yeah. Oh, 1
guess.
man died. There we go. 1 man died and 10 people were injured. I got it.
Mm.
I got it. Let's see. Aftermath.
Did they? So wait, they flew off? Like
Yeah,
I don't
the
understand.
train. Let's see. When the open passenger train cars were separated from each other, and the coaster came off of its tracks while they were in the cavern.
Oh my god, I'm seeing the cavern. It's literally like a cave with stalagmites and stalactites.
Yikes.
So some people were most likely impaled.
Yeah, I mean, shit, 10 injured. Nice little
from being fucking impaled.
nice little stalagmite. Hey, how was your time at Disneyland, California? I took a stalactite up the ass, but other than that, it was great.
They just think you're gay now. You had a wildly gay experience at Disneyland.
Just a wildly large stalactite in my rectum, but everything else was sick.
Yeah. It was fine.
Jesus.
I had a great time.
Here's another one from California, Anaheim, Disneyland. The Roger Rabbit cartoon spin ride. Interesting. A 4-year-old boy fell from the moving coaster and became trapped under a car in September of 2000. The boy suffered various internal injuries and brain damage and spent several weeks in a drug-induced coma after the incident. A settlement reached between the family and Disney ensured that the victim's medical care would be covered for the rest of his life, but he ended up dying 8 years later in 2009. Coincidence? I think not.
I think not. So wait, he died in the car or got caught under one? Is that you said he got caught under one?
He got caught under one of the cars of the ride. Yeah, and he had like really bad injuries and brain damage. He died 8 years later in 2009.
Okay, so it's one of those like really slow kid rides. That's gotta suck a lot.
That's gotta suck a lot, yep. That's pretty brutal. Let's see. Disney installed doors and added skirt-like bumpers to the coaster's cars following an investigation of the incident, which also found out that the ride operator first called his supervisor rather than 911. Okay. With these changes in place, the ride
That's
remains
literally
open.
what you're supposed to do at work.
Yeah, I thought you're supposed to call your supervisor and they'll call the fucking police. What are the police gonna do? Like, I got a kid trapped under a car. We'll be there in 25 minutes.
Yep,
Like,
exactly.
my supervisor's over there down the hallway, and he might know like exactly where the mega shutoff switch is or what needs to be done to get that kid like.
They should have got on the phone and told them the kid was white. They would have got there faster.
They would have gotten there way faster, dude. That was
It's like I immediately remembered that one J. Cole line. Have you ever heard of Wet Dreams? Have you heard the song Wet Dreams by J. Cole? Oh, one of the lines is he came fast like 911 in white neighborhoods, and he ain't got no shame about it.
I did see those memes where it's like it's a black dude and he's trying to call the cops, and the guy's like, "Hey, let me just ask you real quick, who's the king of pop?" You know, and they'll say like,
Yeah. He's like, why are these questions relevant?
yeah, and the last one's always like, "All right, say ask," and they go, "Asks," and then like,
They just hang up on him.
yeah, it's just instant hang up. I'm like, yeah, that's good. Those are good. All right, moving on. This list is long. Like, we're still going.
How many are there?
Oh my
billion?
god, I just kept scrolling. We're not even halfway through, I don't think.
Okay, well, we can stop when you want. We're already an hour in.
That's true. Let's go to an hour and see how many of these we go. Let's power through, see if I can burn through these. All right, the Vertucket water slide, Kansas City, Kansas. Fucking stupid that you call your city Kansas City and it's like you're the city of Kansas. This one is gruesome, so if you're squeamish, you've been warned. In 2016, a 10-year-old boy died tragically while visiting the Schlitterbahn water park in Kansas City. He was riding the Vertucket, a 168-foot tall water slide that was certified by Guinness World Records as the tallest in the world. The boy was decapitated when the raft he was riding went airborne, causing him to strike a metal rod used to hold a safety net in place. 2 other passengers in the same raft also suffered injuries. Damn. Fucking raft went so fast, it flew in the air, and he hit his fucking head on the metal rods they used to hold up the safety nets to keep people from flying off.
I see it. I'm watching the POV.
That's crazy.
That is outrageous.
Like, imagine you're just like in the back. You're like the third person in the slide, and all of a sudden, your thing goes airborne, and you're like, "Holy shit!" And like you see some like a kid's head just go like right past you, and then you get donked in the forehead with a bar or some shit like that. I imagine.
Oh my god, that sounds awful.
Just
dude.
a head just right past you. That's crazy.
Mm. Was that? Do you remember hearing that? Was it a rumor or was it real at like our Six Flags where some kid like jumped the fence because he dropped his hat
And he got
and he
decapitated.
got decapitated
I
by
think
like
that
some
was real.
lady's foot?
Yeah, I think that was real. I'm pretty sure
You
that
think
was.
that was real?
I think it was because it makes sense. Totally makes sense.
Yeah,
That some fucking
yeah.
retard would do some shit like that.
I agree.
Not even thinking about it. Thunder River Rapids, Queensland, Australia. Thunder River Rapids, a ride at Dream World, the largest theme park in Australia. It was meant to mimic the exhilarating thrill of whitewater rafting. Here's another one. Things took a turn for the chilling when two rafts collided, causing one to flip over and to trap the passengers it was carrying. 4 people died in the incident, though unfortunately 2 young children in the raft somehow managed to free themselves and escape relatively unscathed. Crazy. So that's another one of those where the raft flipped and they were literally just underwater and just probably drowned.
Oh my god, I couldn't imagine.
That's crazy.
I hate that.
That's
Drowning's
one of
gotta
my
be the fucking worst.
Right, that's
Drowning
like-
has to be the worst.
one of my biggest fears about, like, I think like the videos I see of people whitewater kayaking, you know, like where they're going down
Yeah.
these like super hard like and it looks fun, it looks awesome, but then you see the videos of one where they go off a waterfall and their nose sticks on a rock and they just fall forward.
Yeah.
And you're strapped into those fucking things. So it's
Yeah.
like you can't like easily just get out. So if your kayak is stuck,
Dude, I imagine the
You just
rapids
die.
like still taking you down the river
Yeah.
and you're getting your fucking head and your forehead smacked by
Yep.
rocks under the water like the entire time.
yeah, one flip and one hard knock of your head, you're unconscious, and that's it, you're dead. That's why I'm scared as shit of going out whitewater rafting. I remember when
And the thing is like when you're unconscious,
Yeah.
sometimes you just get fucking knocked out. Like you go to sleep. That's what being unconscious is sometimes.
Yeah.
And your body still breathes. So when you're underwater, you're just sucking in it. You're just sucking in water. Your body has no idea.
hell yeah.
Or your brain doesn't.
The Texas Giant in Arlington, Texas. You can still ride the Texas Giant. Oh, okay. Cool. A 52-year-old woman was visiting the theme park for the first time when she decided to ride the Texas Giant. Damn, what a bad introduction to the theme park.
Yeah.
A hybrid roller coaster that combines steel engineering with wooden architecture. During a steep descent, the woman was thrown 75 feet from the ride, hitting a metal support beam and then landing on a metal roof. She ultimately died from her injuries.
I mean, being flung
Yeah.
75 feet. Just like you're being flung like 50 miles an hour, 75 feet in the
65
air.
miles an hour.
65 miles an hour,
Yep.
75 feet of distance into a metal fucking rod.
Yeah, and then you
Yep.
fall back onto a metal. Yeah.
Yep.
No, yeah, you're dead. Tsunami in Motherwell, Scotland. As 5 gondolas on the Tsunami roller coaster came around a corner, they detached from the ride's rails and fell to the ground, striking the ride's infrastructure on the way down. Thankfully, no one was killed. Lame. Moving on.
Mm-hmm.
Drop zone in Santa Clara, California. Is it wrong that we're skipping it because no one died?
No, it's just the way you said it. You were like, oh, nobody died. Lame.
These types of rides are everywhere. After getting trapped or strapped into a chair with your feet dangling below you, you're pulled up to the top of a tower and released, free falling back down at top speeds. That ride,
Yep.
That's what was supposed to happen on the 224-foot tall drop zone ride at Great America on August 1999 when tragedy struck. A 12-year-old boy died after he somehow slipped out of the safety harness and fell from the ride. Yeah, that's classic. Oh, damn, dude. That thing is crazy looking. Have you seen it?
No,
I'm
what's
sending
it
you a
called?
picture right now. I just sent you a
Okay.
picture.
All right.
That's fucking bonkers looking, dude.
Holy shit.
That's crazy.
Oh my God. Why is it like strapped underneath a ridiculous roller coaster?
I don't think. Oh, it's got a coaster that goes up over it.
That would freak me the fuck out.
Yeah, so you're sitting there like getting lifted up, and a roller coaster comes over you.
I mean, that's cool. It's a cool concept,
Yeah.
but it would freak me the fuck out.
The King's Crown in Omaha, Nebraska. They were at a Cinco de Mayo festival in Omaha when their 11-year-old daughter's hair got caught on the ride's machinery. The family says she spun around, attached by her hair, for several minutes until her scalp was pulled away from her head.
Oh my, excuse me.
Several minutes? Hold on.
She got fucking Apache'd. What happened?
Hold on. I actually need to watch a video of this to understand how this ride works, because
Okay, while you're looking at that, I'm gonna tell you about the Orlando Freefall at Icon Park.
oh my god, there's pictures of the aftermath.
Oh.
Oh my
Okay.
god, it literally ripped her head off. It scalped her like a fucking Native American.
a Native American. Yeah, that's why I said she got fucking Apache. You know?
She literally got scalped. The like a whole of her head just got ripped clean off.
Send feet pics. Send pics.
You want
Send
pics?
Yeah, send pics.
Copy image, paste.
So the Orlando Freefall in Icon Park is one of those where it just takes you up and it drops you straight down like a free fall.
Yeah.
One of the things that freaks me out about it is, other than it being super tall, is once you get to the top, the chairs aren't attached to each other. They're like on their own individual joints.
Yeah.
And they lean you forward once you get to the top.
That's spooky.
That is spooky.
Did you see the picture I just sent you?
I did. She
Look at
looks...
it. It literally stitched the top of her head back on. You can see the line where they had to stitch her skull. Like
I can see.
They had to okay, think about it, right? It ripped her head off. And then somebody had to go in there with scissors and cut her hair out of the machinery.
Yep.
And put her scalp on ice.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. You're just at a carnival and some bitch gets her head ripped off. Damn. That's a bad evening. That'd kill my vibe.
That is a bad evening.
That'd kill my high.
Dude, I would never want to ride anything again. That's traumatizing. That is traumatizing.
I don't know about not wanting to ride anything, but I'd be like, damn, I don't know if I want to do much else for the rest of the day. I'd just watch some, how old was she? 10-year-old, 11-year-old girl get her head ripped off. That's a little, yeah. That's a little spooks. Yeah. Wild Wonder in Ocean City, New Jersey. Moving on. Let's see. As the blah 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 1999, as the coaster was being drawn up the tracks, the drag chain released the cars prematurely, sending the cars flying backwards down the hill.
Yes.
An anti-rollback emergency brake device also malfunctioned. Wow, 2 fucking malfunctions. So the car just kept rolling. Though the car itself stayed on the tracks, the force of the drop sent the passengers, a mother and her 8-year-old daughter, into the air, killing them both. Wow, that's crazy. You're just chin, 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 ting, and you just start rolling back.
Yep.
Ooh, that's horrifying.
That would freak me the fuck out. Oh my god.
There's a roller coaster that does that. It's literally like a giant U, and it's got one car on it, and it pulls you up to the top of this U, and then it just drops you, and you go backwards, go up, and then you come back down.
I think that's something I always put in my parks on Roller Coaster Tycoon. I think.
Yeah, it's a simple roller coaster.
Yeah.
It seems like it would be awesome. It's like a more advanced version of the pirate ship on the swing where you're going back and forth.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm watching a video on the Giant Canyon swing. I definitely recommend you look that up at some point.
The Giant Canyon swing. I think I know what you're talking about. Yes, I would do this.
Yeah, that looks a little freaky.
100% I would do this. That looks crazy. I would also do that one where it's like 2 giant towers, like 2 giant pillars or whatever. And it just swings you over this massive canyon.
It's you and some other guy strapped together.
Right,
and
just
they
by
swing
ropes, basically. Yeah,
Yep.
just by big giant wires. Yeah. All right, the Wildcat in Tulsa, Oklahoma. A 14-year-old boy died and 6 people were injured as a result of this tragic accident, which occurred just as the coaster was being pulled up to the highest point of the track. Instead of cresting over the top, the car slid backwards and collided with another car. The amusement park was packed with people because of a 25-cent ride promotion to celebrate its opening for the season, so many people witnessed the event. Yeah, another one where it just went backwards. Damn.
That's awesome. I'm so glad that happens frequently.
Sandblaster in Daytona Beach, Florida. No, not frequently. I mean,
No,
again,
I know.
for a year. 6 people were injured when the coaster went off the tracks, which left the cart full of people dangling in the air. Jeez.
That's awful, dude.
That's crazy,
Fuck.
yeah. Rollercoaster in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. The owners of the Idlewind and Soak Zone amusement park made some big changes to the park's roller coaster ride after a 3-year-old boy was thrown from one of the cars in August of 2016. Jesus.
Oh
The
my
boy was
goodness.
sitting next to his older brother when the coaster rounded a curve at its highest point. After being ejected from the coaster, he reportedly fell at least 10 feet and landed near a fence. The boy spent 2 months in the hospital with a head injury. No recent news report indicate how he's doing today.
Oh
Damn.
my goodness.
How are they going to let a
sucks.
3-year-old get on a coaster that can yeet him?
I was about to say. I mean, like, dude, I saw some people today. Like, they should not have been riding the roller coasters. Like, with how tall they were.
Yeah.
It's just, it's not okay. It's not okay.
Real tall, huh?
No,
Let's
not
see.
like real tall. I'm talking about like short. Like how short they were. That's what I meant to say. Like they should not have been riding those roller coasters.
Oh.
Because they always have height limits. Or not limits, but
Minimums?
requirements.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get it.
It's not okay, bro. I worry for those people.
It's how people
those
die,
folks.
right? Most of these have
Yes.
been like from some sort of negligence, like
It's just
Not a lot
fucking
of them.
rule breakers.
Right.
These
like putting a dude with no legs on a roller coaster that requires your
fucking
legs to be strapped in.
cavemen.
Yeah.
Yes.
Roller coaster in Farmington, Utah. It's simply called Roller Coaster, though it sometimes goes by the name White Roller Coaster. This wooden ride was built in 1921 and has been running at the Lagoon Amusement Park ever since. In 1989, a 13-year-old girl died after she stood up as the coaster crested a hill. She fell forward onto the track and was struck by 2 cars before plunging 35 feet to the ground. A 20-year-old man also fell when he attempted to stand up on the coaster in 1934, and a maintenance worker was killed in 1946 after he was struck while working on scaffolding on the coaster.
Oh
Believe
my
it or not,
goodness.
you can still ride this coaster.
That's crazy. It's been up since what? 1930 something? 1920?
1921, yep. First built in
1921.
1921. That's a
Dude, that thing.
101
Yeah,
year-old
that thing is
coaster.
100 years old.
That's crazy. Let's go ride it, dude.
We could. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it?
Utah.
What's it called?
Roller coaster. Also goes by White Roller Coaster in Utah. Superman, the Tower of Power in Louisville, Kentucky. Another one of those drop ones. If you're
about it.
squeamish, this one might be tough to read about. While riding a free fall ride called the Superman Tower of Power at Six Flags in 2007, a 13-year-old girl suffered a freak accident that resulted in her feet being cut off. A cord got wrapped around her feet, which severed them from her legs at the ankles. The doctors were able to miraculously reattach one foot, but were forced to amputate the other leg below the knee.
Oh my God, that's
Damn.
not good.
That's crazy. The ride, which pulls passengers up 77 feet before dropping them at 54 miles an hour, was later dismantled.
55 miles an hour.
Yeah. The entire theme park was closed because of financial troubles. Probably because they had to pay a fucking hefty settlement to that lady.
I bet.
Yo,
Fucking ruin someone's life.
I have ridden a roller coaster like this called the Treetop Twister in Ripon, England. I've ridden something like this, something very similar.
Yeah.
Treetop Twister was a brand new ride at, let's see, Lightwater Valley theme park when a tragic, the spinning ride, which took passengers through various tight twists and turns, had been open roughly a month when 2 carriages on the coaster collided, resulting in the death of a 20-year-old university student. Damn. It's literally a roller coaster. Yeah, I've done one of these. So it's like a really slow kind of roller coaster, but it's a combined with a teacup ride.
Really?
Yeah, so it's a roller coaster that you have a thing in the middle and you can spin yourself with while you're on the roller coaster.
That's cool. That's kind of cool.
Kind of sick, right?
There was something like that at Disney World.
Really? That's cool.
I can't remember what it was called, but look at this screenshot that I'm sending you.
Oh, hey, that's actually the last one. Let's see. Rollercoaster. Oh, is that it?
Yeah, that's
That's it? Okay, that makes sense. Nick has just sent me a picture of the ride where we were talking about people standing up, and there's a giant sign above the crest of the hill that says "Do not stand up." I mean, look, they say that, most warnings are put into place because somebody,
Exactly, and that's why it's funny.
Yeah.
That's why it's funny. The roller coaster doesn't look that bad though. Like it's really just it's a wooden coaster.
Wooden coasters to me are more horrifying than metal
Yes.
coasters.
Yes, and the Georgia Cyclone, like I knew it was made of wood, and when we rode it in middle school, it was like all wood except the metal tracks,
Right.
and it creaked. Do you remember it creaking
Yeah,
and
it
shit
would
like that?
shake. It would go.
Yeah, it would
Yeah.
shake a fuck ton.
Like vibrate.
But
yeah.
the one that we rode today, they must have updated it or something, because when we were walking into the park, you can see like the back half of it.
Yeah.
And it was still like the centerpieces were made of wood, but it was supported by metal beams.
Okay, maybe the wood started to rot,
Yeah,
and they were like, "We gotta replace
yeah,
it all."
exactly. That's my concept, is like how can a roller coaster last that long made of just wood?
I would assume that like over the years, you would slowly replace things. Realistically, like how long is outdoor wood?
Yeah, what are you
Good.
trying to? Yep.
How long does pressure treated wood last? The life. See, look, I got there in the end, Nicholas. Okay,
Okay,
just because
okay,
I had to
okay.
Google it in a really
No, you're
retarded way
good.
doesn't
You're
mean
good. You're good.
the lifespan of pressure treated wood ranges from 9 to 40 years or more, depending on where and how it's being used, the type of exposure, treatment, and whether it's incised or not. Incised or not are other factors that affect treated wood. But yeah, about 40 years, you could get out of some good wood. I'd imagine they're using some pretty damn decent wood, so
Oh yeah, industrial wood.
I would
commercial
imagine-
wood.
yeah, I would imagine like every 20 years they just replace segments of wood that look bad, and then another 20 years goes by and they just keep replacing more. Probably a lot of maintenance to keep up a wooden coaster as opposed to
I'm
a
just
metal
thinking
one.
like they would do inspections like every so often,
Yeah.
like at specific intervals, and just like check every fucking piece.
Yeah.
I bet there's a huge checklist that one fucking guy has to go through.
I bet you there's a massive paycheck for whatever termite company they use.
Ooh,
Think
yeah.
about that. Because,
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
termites getting in the wood, like imagine termites get in the wood and then they just like eat through the entire inside of the coaster and nobody knows.
Yep.
And then one day they just
Yep.
send a cart and the tracks just collapse and then it hits the rest of the
Immediately.
tracks and
Yeah.
all the rest of the coaster comes down. Yeah, it would be some fucking Final Destination shit like that.
That would be crazy, dude. That'd be something good to rewatch. I haven't watched those in years.
Those are kind of spooky movies. Those were
I-
interesting. I remember when I first saw them, I thought that I could somehow like notice those signs. You know what I mean? Like when
Yeah.
when I watched them when
like
I was
somehow
younger.
predict what's about to happen.
Right. And I was like, oh, I think I could do that. Like I could totally, like I could see those, because I always thought that I could see things before they happen. And so like when I saw that, I was like,
Yeah, yeah. I was so there was that. I saw those when I was really young, and I barely remember any of it. But something I also thought was just as cool, but I also don't remember almost any of it, was like that 1,000 Ways to Die things. Was that on
Yeah.
like MTV?
or
was that
Spike maybe? I can't
Spike?
remember.
It was Spike. It was Spike. Spike was the edgy one.
Yep. Yeah, those were really interesting. The 1,000 Ways to Die. I still remember the one about the bartender or the waitress in a scummy bar or whatever was fighting with one of the other waitresses, and they had like one of those ticket spikes where it's like just a like a a metal
Yeah,
plate.
yeah, I know
and a
what you're
spike.
talking about. Yeah.
Well, the audience might not know their
Yeah,
Nicholas.
yeah. I gotcha.
So she's fighting with this one chick, and they like whack her against the thing, and the spike falls on the ground, and it is like spiked up, and then the one chick throws the other chick, and she falls, and the spike goes whoop right into her breast, and just punctures like that perfect nerve or whatever in her heart, and it just instantly shuts off her heart, and she dies. Like,
Oh my
damn,
God.
dude, damn,
Pranked. She got
Pranked.
fucking pranked.
Or I remember that one episode about those two old people that both had a heart attack at the same time while they were having sex or something.
I don't remember that
You
one.
remember that one?
Like I said, I don't remember a lot of them.
You can see a lot of them on YouTube.
Probably.
A lot of old
I should-
segments that are just like
I should. Yeah.
uploaded in compilations on YouTube. All right, let's move
should
on to
watch
these
some.
little questions here, and then we'll finish this up because it's like 10:30 and I got work tomorrow.
Yeah.
I want to do a little something tonight.
Okay.
Hey, I should have texted you when you were gonna be on, because like you said like you're the normal time, and I was like I don't remember what that time is. I thought it was like maybe 7:30, 8 o'clock or whatever.
Well, I gave you 8 last time, and then I got home past 8, and I was like, "Fuck."
Yeah.
And that happened again tonight because my mom hasn't seen Mercy in like a year.
8:52 is when you called me at.
But
So I just like
let me go ahead and tell you. Let me go ahead and tell you how I was a bad friend. Real
Yeah.
quick,
Okay.
and then we'll
Yeah.
finish it up with the questions.
That's right. I forgot about.
Or maybe we could just finish with this and save the questions for next time.
Okay.
Unless they're like roller coaster related questions.
No, they're not.
Okay.
This is a massive list that we need to slowly start going down.
So is this that list where it's like questions that we haven't
Yeah.
asked each other?
101 great conversation starters. Yeah, and a bunch
Yeah,
of them
yeah.
are ones that we've never asked.
So Mercy, his friend Robert, and his sister drove over here on Wednesday. And I know how long it takes to get from them to here, and it's 6 hours. They left around like 12,
Yeah.
and they said they were going to make a couple stops along the way. So I assumed it was going to be later. I asked him for an ETA of his arrival, and he said 9:30 or 10:30. I thought to myself, and I told him that was reasonable for me to stay awake up till, but I had to open the gym the next morning at 6 a.m. So I wanted to go to bed at a reasonable time.
Mm-hmm.
I was sitting up for them. It was like 11 o'clock by that point, and I passed out. They are outside my house, like recreating Vietnam sound effects. At 12:30 in the morning, the dog did not bark. Neither of my roommates woke up. I did not wake up, and they just like they had to leave.
Wow.
They had to go get a Red Roof Inn for the night.
That's crazy.
I felt so bad.
Yeah, I would feel so bad. Now, okay, realistically, where were you waiting for them? Were you
In my
laying? See, that was your first fucking mistake right there, Nicholas. What
But
kind
I
of
thought-
retard waits in their bed late at
I
night?
thought I
for
was
somebody?
cautious. I thought I was cautious enough because I set my alarm clock, my loud fucker, for 12, like midnight,
Yeah.
because I had a feeling they were going to take that long. And then I set 3 more alarms on my phone for like 12:15, 12:30, and 12:45. And I slept through all of them.
Nah, shouldn't done it.
Dude, I sleep so fucking hard.
As soon as you hit
should
that
not be
bed.
afraid. You should not be afraid to wake me up if I fall asleep in your living room.
Sometimes you do just like wake up though. That's the funny part.
Yeah. If I'm already up, like I'll be up. Like sometimes I'll try to be falling back asleep if it's way too early and I'm really fucking tired.
Yeah.
If I feel like shit, I'll try to go back to sleep. But if I'm up, I'll just get up.
Because sometimes when we're hanging out, you'll pass out or something, and I'll stay up for like another hour and a half or 2, and then just like out of nowhere, you'll just like wake up, and then you'll look at me or something, and sometimes you'll piss or whatever. Sometimes you'll really just go right back to bed. I remember that one. I can't remember.
It's me checking to see if you're asleep.
Is it?
Yes.
I can't remember. I'm trying to remember the time. I can remember it like meant it like the image in my head. I can't remember what we were doing that night where you did that to me. And
Was it in your living room? Or
no,
was it
we were in the basement. Yeah.
Oh, that was a while ago. We haven't done a basement one in a while.
I think it was the night we were doing the LAN party with Sergio. No, not Sergio. Bo.
Bo?
Bo.
Oh my god, dude, that was
You remember that?
forever
You
ago.
remember that? Yeah.
That was so long ago.
When he had my computer and we found out that like after I sold him my computer, he was plugging in the I think it was
His monitor into the board.
VGA. Yeah, it was VGA back then. And he was
Yep.
plugging in his VGA cable or DVI. It was DVI. He was plugging the DVI cable into the board instead of the graphics card. So he had bought this computer from me. And I showed him like what it could do, and I told him what it could do. He bought it from me, set it up wrong, and just dealt with it. Like dealt with the really shitty, awful garbage performance he was getting from it. And then he plugs in the DVI cable to the right port, and he plays it. And he's like, "Oh yeah, this is way better."
see, that's what blows my mind is how some people are just like so careless.
Yeah, they don't care.
So careless. Like things just don't matter to them. And I guess like that's the not the penultimate, but the ultimate form.
It is nice to be there.
Yeah.
But you do have to care about some things. You can't be completely careless, especially when you have responsibilities. If you have no responsibilities, sure. But realistically, as a human being on this planet, you have core human responsibilities you have to adhere to. So it is impossible to be truly carefree. You know, when it comes down to like, I mean, just to give an example, basic human hygiene, that is your responsibility as a human. Not for you. It's not for you, realistically. The reason we teach people to take showers and to wash themselves and to brush their teeth and to clean themselves. And
it's for the decency of everybody else.
For the decency of everybody else. Yeah. Nobody wants to be around your stinky, sweaty, fucking garbage, cat piss, shit, reeking fucking ass, you know? It's not because we think that you'd be better. You can do whatever the fuck you want. Most of us don't give a shit. But that's
these
your
fucking curry smearers walking around.
That's your basic human right or requirement. You know, if you're gonna mingle with our societies, you need to fucking smell good.
Be presentable.
Be presentable, right?
You can dress like a drug dealer, just don't smell like one.
There's this lady who comes in. I'm sure I've told you about her. We call her Cat Piss Lady. She comes into the shop all the time up in DV.
I don't think no.
You never heard about Cat Piss Lady?
No.
Cat Piss Lady is
you sound so unhappy to talk about her.
She is the literal embodiment of bad odor.
Okay.
Does
it smell like cat piss?
Probably 380 to 450 pounds, yes.
Okay.
Super heavy smoker. You can tell that she's like a super heavy smoker because she's got like that fucking voice.
So my mom, if she didn't get remarried,
would your mom have blown up like a balloon?
No, she wouldn't have, but same personality.
Yeah, I guess. No, she's nice. She's not like a angry lady. She's very polite and she uses her manners. She's like, "Yes, please, thank you."
Like my mom.
Right. The problem is she just fucking reeks. She obviously doesn't clean herself. Like obviously, because maybe she can't reach it. Like I would imagine she has a hard time even getting down there. Right. And so And I imagine she has a shitload of cats that she just lets piss on her. Jeff thinks it's cat piss. I think it's just BO and shit mixed together.
Yeah.
Because when she comes in, the odor lingers in the store for an hour and a half after.
Oh my god.
No matter how much Febreze actually makes it worse. Right? Because it's like it's a chemical. Yeah, it's like it combines with the Febreze. And it becomes a chemical shitty BO instead of just like shitty BO. Like I don't know. I thankfully only work up there one day now and I haven't seen her in months, but when she comes in, she ruins my entire day. That's like how bad she fucking smells.
That's awful.
And again, that's like your basic human fucking responsibility is to be presentable in public.
Yeah.
And the fact that she can't do that, you think she would realize something was wrong.
Yep.
But but the conversations we have about with people about it is I wonder if nobody's ever told her. You know, people get used to
because
their
people don't want to be rude.
Right.
That's
people
the thing.
Get used to their own.
I feel everybody's so good at heart for the most part. It's just like when you push their specific button, that's when it goes off.
That's where we need assholes and we need bullying in our society. As like
Yeah, I
as
agree.
shitty as it is to say, we need the scumbags and the assholes and the bullies to tell those people the hard truths, right? Because a lot of those people don't get the hard truths unless coming from somebody that's, an asshole enough and doesn't care about that person's feelings at all and can say those
Mm-hmm.
things. Whereas us normal folk, we just have like a certain level of empathy or sympathy or whatever the fuck it is for those people that are going through a hardship. And we need those people to appreciate the good ones. If you don't, yin and yang,
Yeah.
right? You don't
Yeah.
have the bad, you can't appreciate the good. If everything's all good, it just becomes neutral. And you there is no good and no evil. There is just that. So you
I
kind of
agree.
do need a bit of negativity in the world.
Maybe we could talk about that on another episode because I have some things I want to say about that. But if we need to do questions, we need to do them now.
Nah, let's just call it an episode here, an hour and 25. Thank you.
What about one? What about just one?
You
What
already
about just
won?
one? Just
Well,
one.
I can't remember which one we did last. I think we already talked about do you have any pets? We did that one.
Yes.
We do you have any siblings?
No.
No. Do you want to talk about that? That's the next
I mean
one.
that one's kind of obvious, but I guess.
Well, not to our listeners.
Okay, fair enough. Go ahead.
Okay, well, I have a sister, like a blood
Yes.
sister, who's born from
Yep.
my parents, my dad and my mom. But previous to that, before my dad and my mom got together, my dad was previously married, with a blood sucking witch. And they had 3 kids, two daughters and a son. Amanda, Ashley, and my brother Mike. They're like my half brothers technically because they come from
Yeah.
the same dad but not the same mom.
Yes.
I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. I think cousins and stuff, but yeah,
Yeah, cousins. Yeah, no, whatever. But
that's it.
I
That's
mean,
all
I've
my
got
siblings.
I've got my brother, my blood brother, little Michael Vsauce, and then when my dad remarried to my stepmom, I attained 2 stepbrothers. One's my age, our age, and the other one's 2 years older, so he's 26 now, I think. And then we have our half sister from my dad and my stepmom who's 13 right now. So together I have 4 siblings. Just like you.
That's EG, what are her initials?
Yeah.
That's crazy to me that she's 13. I remember when I saw
Yeah.
her so young. Like, wow.
Yeah, dude, there's pictures all over my dad's house of her being like this tiny fucking ball of flesh.
All right, I think I fucking saw her when she was like 5 or something like that. It feels like.
I mean, that was a long time ago. That was in the house they were still in because you just like said hi in the driveway. Like that was literally it. The driveway that's a hill.
yeah, in LS.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that same house. I mean, she was a baby like that entire
Was it?
time.
I feel like I was in the kitchen at one point, and she ran into the kitchen. Is what I'm remembering her from.
Oh, you might have come inside. I don't remember you coming inside.
I did come inside like twice into that house.
Yeah.
Mhm.
They're not.
Mhm.
They're not. I wouldn't say they're not accepting of my friends. I would just say that I know it's not the same. I don't know, interest factor. How do I want to word that? They're just like they're different types of people. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
it is what it is. Different strokes for different folks.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, let's end it. 10:30.
Thank you for tuning into episode 40. My
No,
name is
there's
Nick.
none of that. Goodbye. No, did you actually hit it? Did you?
No, I didn't. I didn't.
Oh my god. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening. Episode 40. Welcome to episode 40. Thanks for hanging around with us till this episode. If you like the video or the audio, let us know with the appropriate liking function on the appropriate platform that you are
Yep.
consuming us on. Thank you.
And don't forget to consume us on other platforms. Also, disclaimer: do not tell us where to buy drugs. Thank you.
Yes, don't tell us where to buy drugs, but thanks for the heads up. Also, check
Yep.
out anxietypool.com for special offers and check out our merch. And
Okay,
sign
good
up
night,
for
everybody.
Our Prime program, 2-day
A Prime
shipping. Yeah.
program
We
and
have-
the
we have-
our affiliate link down below
Yeah,
for
click our-
all dragon dildos and
Yeah,
butt plugs.
Yeah, and our Scuff affiliate link down below. Get your
Ooh,
controller.
Scuff.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah, and then join Phase down below. Thank you.
Join phase down below. Okay, goodbye. Good night. Thank you
Goodbye.
for turning in. Adios at ease, soldier.
Kisses.